It just so happens to be the end of 2020, which means it's time for our annual Gaming Off the Grid year-end review. What are we drinking today?
Today we're drinking Darkness by Surly Brewing Company. This is a Russian Imperial Stout.
All right, you know the drill. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell icon so you never miss one of our bi-weekly uploads. And sit back, relax, pour yourself a beer if you care to, and let's take a look at the Gaming Off the Grid year-end review.
Hey everybody, DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, and you're watching Gaming Off the Grid. Remember, everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
Dude, it's kind of hard to believe we're at the end of another year of GOTG. It literally feels like we just filmed one of these yesterday.
Oh my god,
but
dude,
here
it's
we
insane, man. 2020 has felt like it's been the longest year of my life, but then also now that we're at the end, I'm like,
yeah,
where did the year go?
It's
crazy, man.
Kind of flown by the channel. We've had a lot of moments, a lot of fun times. So we're gonna go through some of the biggest things in gaming, disappointments, things like that, and talk about the channel a little bit as it pertains to 2020.
Let's jump into 2020's biggest gaming disappointment. What was your biggest disappointment of 2020?
I gotta go with the launch for the PlayStation 5 and the Series X.
Ooh, good pick.
I don't know if it's just because of the age that I am or what, but it just felt like the most lackluster launch of my lifetime. There's nothing about it that has me excited.
No, I wasn't even excited when they announced them, you know? Like, there was a couple things I was like, oh, that game looks cool, but...
There's just not a game that I'm like, man, I gotta pick these up, and I've always felt that way when a console came out. Not that I always got them right away, but there was always something that made me want it. There's nothing right now that makes me want either of those consoles.
That I was super disappointed by that, and we actually got some hands-on experience with those, and I was still like, this is cool, but kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
My biggest disappointment actually stems all the way back to 2019, and in 2019 there was rumors of a House of the Dead remake for the Nintendo Switch. It was going to be 1 and 2, and I was so excited. We even did a video on it back then because we were so hyped. Nothing. Radio silence, man. Just zero, nothing about this. What is going on? Are they not making it? Are they making it? I know there was a coronavirus bullcrap going on, but still, like, why is there no news? Why is there nothing?
Yeah,
I'm disappointed by that, man.
April-ish, there was something that came out that said it was confirmed for Google Stadia, and it was still being rumored for the Switch
In April.
But there were no new details. I mean, that's kind of what we already had known when we had done that video.
It's so frustrating because House of the Dead is so important to us as a channel and so important to me. I love that series. And I was like, man, this is going to get House of the Dead in front of new eyes, new fans. I'm going to love it again. And nothing, man. I hope 2021, they're like, oh, January 2021, here's the game you've been waiting for. But I doubt it, man. I'm getting sad thinking about it.
We love House of the Dead and our light gun shooters. So
oh, yeah, it's so much
hopefully that the project comes to fruition and it hasn't been bagged, but we shall see.
Moving on to biggest gaming surprise of 2020. I think we both agree on this one.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater Remake.
Oh my god, dude. So, I love the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater games. I was super excited for this, but I was like kind of hesitant because I wasn't sure how they were going to do it. But oh my god, dude.
I can't believe how well they did it, and it's been a long time since I played those games, and I was never like a hardcore fan. I dabbled with them, and I always had fun when I picked them up and played them, but I never went like all in on one, and I did with this one, and it was so much fun. It was so addicting, and I don't know how they could have done a better job with it. It was so great. I hope that they like try doing 3 and 4.
That would be awesome, dude. Just from the music, the controls, the visuals, just everything about this game. It's just amazing, dude. The remake...
It was so fun. It was so fun to play together. The music, I know there was some meat on the bone as far as there were some tracks they didn't get in there, but as a whole, the game just felt exactly how you would have envisioned it feeling, and we didn't see it coming. Like I think we both thought that there was a good chance they would shit the bed with this.
Because, you know, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, and the mobile phone, like, I was excited but nervous. God, dude, it just blew my mind, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and I think everyone that's played this will agree, man. It just was incredible. Now let's move on to a fun category that it's new to this year-in review. That's best game that we discovered this year in 2020. What's the best game that you discovered in 2020?
Yeah, this might be one that you're going to pick. I don't know. But I got to go with the Red Star on PS2.
Oh, yeah.
That was a suggestion to us in the comment section. It's a game I had literally never even heard of. And I know my retro games. I had never heard of the game. And so picked it up, was thinking like, oh, this person recommended it. It's probably pretty cool. But I was blown away. A game that literally is such a call back to retro games, it's just that run and gun. There's some shmup type levels. There's some beat 'em up aspects to the game. We've talked about it before. That was the game that I was just like, oh my god, had we not had YouTube, I would have never heard of that.
Yeah.
And so glad that we picked it up.
That's one of my new favorite PS2 games of all time.
It's amazing.
And I just learned about it this year. That game's incredible. That was in my discussion for this, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Jackal. So you already knew about Jackal.
Yep.
I just learned about it this year for the NES, man. An NES game in 2020 that I'm discovering, and holy crap, it's such a great co-op shooter tank game. It's so simple, but so hard.
Konami was on fire back
man,
then. It's cool
love
because it was kind of like me rediscovering it because I hadn't went as in-depth playing co-op. When we used to rent this game, my brother was a lot younger.
Yeah.
So we'd play it 2-player, but he was at that age. I think, I was probably 6 or 7. He's 4 years younger than me, so I'm just trying to get him involved and here's a controller type of thing.
Yeah.
We never were at an age where we could really attack the game 2-player, and so playing it that way was a unique experience. And we got that W, but now we got to get that no death.
We gotta get that NDR, baby.
Yeah.
That's 2021 goals right there. Now let's move on to favorite game that we beat together. So we beat a lot of games this year, a lot of sweet games, a lot of co-op classic games. What's your favorite game that we beat together?
I gotta go with Contra 3, The Alien Wars. Because of the pride that I have in the fact that No Death ran it.
Yeah, dude,
it was...
even looking back at the footage and even thinking now, I was like, did I just No Death?
Yeah.
I was in shock, man. Whoa!
That's an awesome run.
That's how you freaking kill the game right there.
Some stupid ass deaths, but damn.
I don't think I died. The war of attrition that we put so much time into that game, so much time filming, so much time practicing and playing the game that that game is phenomenal.
It's a feeling that I've had. So this is the peak, the best feeling I've had, but I've had similar feelings in a lot of the games we've beat together, especially the retro stuff, because it's happened time and time again, where from stem to stern, I kind of teach you how to play the game, and then I feel like you end up being better at me than the game, and it's just a really good feeling. It's kind of, how I'm hoping this Punch-Out thing goes, because Robert's doing really good right now on Punch-Out, doesn't have it down yet, but it's I'm going to feel so good when you take down Tyson in that game.
You're like a coach, man.
Yeah, it's just been a lot of fun, and I still feel like it would take an unbelievable run for me to accomplish that.
Dude, I don't think I could recreate it. I think it was just a lucky freaking act.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was one of those episodes, when you do playthroughs and stuff, at least for us, they don't tend to do the greatest, but man, I'm so proud of that moment, that episode. So that's it for me. See you later, boys.
Yeah, we're not here for you. We're here for your dad. Show us your dad.
This is him, dude.
Yeah, okay.
We took out his pride and joy.
We came at freaking in the middle of his
Those
nap.
were his twin boys.
Yep, Pride and Joy. That's what their names.
This is my son, Pride, and this is my other son, Joy.
Okay, we're on a hike.
Around the horn?
We're going around the horn to old Panama's Canal.
Right down the old tunnel. Boom, ringing his drum.
Yeah, right in the canal.
Ringing the drum.
Woo! Eardrums. You hear that? Yeah, straight to the brain.
Yep.
And then he cuts his own head off because he's a little B-I-T. Little bitch. My favorite game that we beat together actually isn't a co-op game, which is kind of weird, but we love playing one-player games together and taking turns per level. And I'm going to go back to the beginning of 2020 with Ultra Core.
Dude.
So when that game came out and we got it, so I think it came out at the end of 2019, but we got the collector's edition, so it took a while to come.
We waited forever for that
we were
game, dude.
oh, when's it going to come? And then it finally came on a Friday. And we were like, okay, let's try this. Mm-hmm. We spent all Friday night playing it, then we spent all Saturday playing it. It stole our weekend, and we beat it. We pinched ourselves into a corner. Remember that? Because it had save states with writing down the codes.
Yeah.
So we got to a certain point in the game where we had a code, but that code applies to your save state, and we were screwed with lives and health. Mm-hmm. So it was such a war of attrition again. Well, and then we beat it.
There was a moment though we were gonna do a first impressions of it. But then we got far enough that we're like, dude, let's just beat the game and do a full review.
And then we just kept playing.
Then midday Sunday, it's like, dude. But it was so much fun. I do remember that, and I love playing games like that. I feel like it makes us better at those games, or at least for me, I learn so much because while I'm watching you play, I'm like, dude, we can do this type of thing, or I need to try this next time.
Different ways to play.
Yeah, it's a really fun experience, and they did a fantastic job with it. If you haven't played Ultra Core yet, you got to get on it.
It's such a fantastic run and gun game that was lost from the 90s, man, and they finally brought it back in 2020.
Yeah, so glad to have it on physical.
Now, talking about something that I love talking about and tasting with my taste buds. Beer.
Yeah.
What is your favorite beer from 2020?
I could go with that Android Theory beer that we had, What Evil Lurks. It was a gift from BK.
Yes, Adroit Theory, man.
There was nothing that ever came out that really topped that for me. I remember the dessert aspect. It was a really sweet, bready beer. I can't remember a ton about it, but I wish I could have it again,
Dude,
and it stands
It's kind of funny because we reviewed that beer with the Ultra Core video that we did.
Oh, okay.
Nice. It ties together, but that beer was so good, man. That the marshmallow, the coconut, man, the cinnamon. That beer was so good.
It was very good.
When I was trying to decide my beer of the year, this was one of the hardest categories because I was looking back at all the beers we've had, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh
Pretty
my
insane.
god. Oh my god.
We were spoiled.
We have been so spoiled by people sending us beer, just local beer.
Yep.
I think my beer, it's so tough because there's so many honorable mentions that I want to talk about, but I can only talk about one. Is Thick Creamsicle by Claim 52. Our buddy Joe Wall sent this to us. Dude, this beer tasted like a freaking fresh orange juice.
That was a really good brew.
And I know that we've talked about this beer ad nauseum, and what sucks is I'm never gonna have this beer again. This was a one-off. This was, and it's from Oregon.
Yep.
It's from a state that I don't visit very often, and oh my god, dude, we both drank it and we were like,
what?
Are you kidding me? This is beer?
It was amazing. I have almost the same memories of it as you do. It's just that orange Julius flavor, like 110% perfected. Like, it was so good.
I feel like I was in like the Twilight Zone. I was like, this is insane. Speaking of insane, let's move on to a new category to the year in review, and that is favorite channel that we discovered in 2020. What is yours?
It's a landslide for me. Pacmancase.
Oh, dude, he puts out fantastic.
It was just one of those channels. I remember when I clicked on it, like, let's check this out, whatever. I was like, holy cow.
Yeah, who is this guy? What is he doing? His production, personality, passion, man.
He just has the 3 Ps that we look for, that I think so important. You have to have the personality, the passion, the production. He's got it. I think big things. I think, there's channels that you come across, you're like, they're gonna blow up. I foresee for him, like a Retro Rick type trajectory where just like Retro Rick just was like, I remember when we met Retro Rick, it was like, dude, we're like kind of the same size, grinding it out, and now that dude's like blowing up.
Yeah, it's insane.
I think Pacmancase, I don't think it's gonna be too far off that we'll be looking at and being like, man, that guy's freaking killing it.
Speaking of that, my channel is Retro Rivals. They're another smaller channel, and I think that there's big things in their future.
Yeah.
And what I love about their channel is they just like to have fun. There's 2 of them.
Yep.
They like craft beer, and they're
fun. They're funny too.
Yeah, they're so funny, and I love that we discovered them through YouTuber of the Month because someone nominated them, and I was like, who's Retro Rivals?
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've been addicted to their channel. Like, I watch all of their uploads.
Yeah.
Big things are in their future.
Yeah,
they're so much fun, and they're from Canada.
Yeah, old Canucks up north.
Canada.
Yeah. But anyway, they do great. You got to check out Retro Rivals and Pacmancase if you haven't done so yet. What are you doing?
Moving on to one of the biggest categories, and I think everyone is talking about this, Game of the Year. Okay, so a lot of great games came out this year.
For sure.
PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, blah, blah, blah. What's our Game of the Year? I think we're in unanimous decision for this.
I can't say enough about Tony Hawk Pro Skater the Remake.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
I mean, from just a fun standpoint, and it's weird because for me, I've went through so many phases as a gamer. This channel has really brought me back to playing games for fun.
Yes.
I'm not as likely, now I did just start like Persona 5, but it does kind of just seem like I'm grinding through it. This channel has really brought me back to playing like arcade sports games and just games that are pick up and play, and I just have fun and I just can sit back and relax, laugh and whatever. And Tony Hawk Pro Skater just checks so many boxes. It brought me back to collect-a-thon type games. It brought me back to skate culture. It brought me back to the 90s with like the music and the early aughts type of music. There's not one thing about that game that I did not enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
I would get frustrated because there's some really hard parts.
Like the 9000.
Yeah, but man, I just had so much fun with that, dude. I can't think of a game that has brought me that much like joy and sense of accomplishment to beat it.
Oh, they did such a good freaking job, and I know we've already talked about it once before on this episode, but like there's not one thing I can think about that they could have done better, that they could have changed. Like it's so perfect. It's so much fun, dude. It just plays so well. The level design, man. And playing it together, playing it on stream, it was just, dude, this game
it was
is so much fun.
And, you know, it maybe is a cop-out for picking a remake, but
We picked a remake last year.
Yeah, I mean, it was so good, man. They just did such a great job, and I never gave the originals the amount of attention and time as I did this, so it almost feels like a new game to me.
Well,
So.
it does feel like a new game, because
Yeah.
I played the originals a ton, and I was even like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is like crazy, man. We got one more category to talk about at our 2020 year in review.
It's crazy.
But
man.
let's talk about this beer, The Darkness by Surly, Russian Imperial Stout.
Yeah,
What do
so
you
this
think?
is an annual release by Surly. It was actually kind of cool. One of the local grocery stores. There's a grocery store in our area called Hy-Vee. And I was walking through there, and the guy's like, hey, I held this back for you. We go in there enough that he kind of must have remembered that we do the beer thing on our channel, and it was cool because he held one for us. So we picked this up. Annual release. It's good. I'm not like loving it. Now we had just filmed an episode with the Goose Island Bourbon County Stout, so I'm probably comparing it there. It's good.
I like this a lot because there's a sweetness to this that's coming through that I really enjoy. Like, I feel like this is a beer that a lot of people would enjoy because, yeah, it's a very heavy stout,
Yeah.
but it's very smooth. It's very sweet. It's got like some chocolatey taste to it. Man, this is so good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's good. It's just like for being a yearly release that I waited for.
And you were excited for it. You're kind of let down.
Did you buy a bomber that's a little more,
Pricey.
expensive? It's not anything bad. I wouldn't put this as like a 9 or a 10 out of 10 or a beer that you gotta go out and spend that type of money for.
I did really enjoy what they say on the back of the bottle. So I'm going to read it to you real quick. Don't look directly at her. Avert your eyes. The Gargon entices, fangs dripping with darkness nectar, seducing with undeniable cherry, chocolate, and coffee notes. That's what it is. It's the cherry, man. The cherry's coming through. It's really sweet.
That's what you fall victim to cherries a lot.
Oh, yeah, I love popping them. An aromatic hot punch. One glance and she'll turn you to stone, leaving your darkness vertical in the hands of Keith.
Is your darkness your penis?
Oh, yeah, we'll see. This is my favorite part of this. Leaving your darkness vertical in the hands of Keith, the brother-in-law.
Penis.
Yeah, Keith.
Keith is holding your boner.
Keith usually is a dick though, but he's not.
okay. Well,
He's a bad
see?
dick. He's not a
Leaving
good
your
dick.
darkness in the vertical hand of Keith.
But listen to what they say about Keith, dude.
Okay.
The brother-in-law who doesn't like craft beer all that much.
See, Keith's jerking you off.
Yeah.
In the old outhouse. This beer is all about Keith jerking you off in the outhouse. That's what's going
And
on.
that's what it tastes like.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. This beer,
I mean, we solved a lot of problems there.
we did. Keith's, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. So anyway, cousin Keith jerking you off in the outhouse. Episode of the year. What is your favorite episode that we did in 2020?
My God, dude.
There were so many.
We did probably 30 episodes.
You know, we dove into Console Madness.
Dude, Console Madness, that was
Ton
such a
of fun.
fun series.
We
And
started game hunting, like documenting our
Yes,
game hunting.
game hunting. Ah, dude, there's so many cool things. We did a bunch of travel, so we filmed things in people's game rooms. We did mini game
Yeah.
room tours. We did our own game room tour,
Yeah.
which was awesome. So many in consideration, because I'm proud of every video we put out. But I'm gonna have to go with our first Q&A.
The feedback was really. I remember at the time being just like so scared to put ourselves out there. I'm like, dude, we're gonna get like 3 questions.
Yeah. But, dude, that video is our longest video. That video is almost an hour long.
Yeah, yeah.
And there were so many questions. And I think there was some questions we didn't even get to answer, you know?
Well, we were dumb because we were worried about only getting 3 questions. We're like, we're gonna answer every comment. Oh, okay. And then we got a ton of comments.
It was
so turned
cool, and
out-
I think the people that watched that one really liked it because it was like look behind the curtain.
Yeah.
It was fun to film and just talk about other things. You know,
Yeah.
obviously we talk about video games and beer all the time, but it was
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
to talk about because, you know, we're people. We like other
we're
things.
human
you know?
beings.
So that was really
Human
fun.
boys.
And I just remember the process of editing it because it took forever. Because
Yeah.
like we would get like an edit done. It was almost an hour, and we'd like, okay, let's watch through it. And then we'd change a couple of things, and then we have to watch through it again. And there was an hour.
Yeah.
We watched through that thing so many times, making sure it was good. And I think it's my episode of the year.
Yeah, it was really cool. For me, I enjoyed that one. There were so many that I enjoyed, but when I go back and watch the Contra 3 playthrough,
Oh, bringing up Contra again.
something about the commentary, I feel like it 100% captures what it's like to play games with us.
Yes. Stupidity.
Yeah, it's so raw. And the fact that you put the no death rundown, we hear everything. We don't comment on a lot of things that we hear because we don't go negative with things.
Yep.
I have heard in the past about us. Well, do they play games? Fuck yeah, we fucking play games. When we put out 2 episodes a week, we work 50 hours a week.
Yeah.
We do game hunting. We run an eBay store. We play fucking games,
And we're in a
man.
band.
Yeah, so we do. And it's like proof, like, so there's an element, like, I've always been a person, I live with a chip on my shoulder, and that type of stuff just puts fucking logs on my fire. And yeah, we play games. We can no death run games, and I'm super proud that you got that done. And I'm also proud that, like, literally that's 100% what it's like to play games with.
I just
with
remember,
GOTG.
there's the first bunk done. Time to get in my freaking Chevrolet truck. Chevrolet.
Dude, have you ever even driven a truck?
No, it's too scary. Trucks are huge. What are you supposed to do? They're too big.
You are not a truck guy.
Why? I look like a truck guy.
No.
I look like one. I got a beard, dude. I'm gonna come in tomorrow with a dip in. Just wait. And you'll be like, okay, you're a truck guy now. It's us being ourselves, but I kind of felt like Megadan in that moment, like looking back, because we're making stupid jokes, we're laughing,
Yeah.
we're playing a hard-ass fucking game, and I still got a no-death run on top of that. Like, I remember laughing about the ear canal on that
Yeah,
guy,
oh
like
yeah,
freaking
dude.
like the turtle, like
Yeah.
it's just
Well, and dude,
We're just so
like one
stupid.
thing that gets me when we play it is like, the heat sinking gun.
oh yeah,
You keep calling it the heater.
heater,
And
man.
I just love because you've never seen the manual, you didn't grow up with this, you never read it in the gaming magazines. So Robert names shit whatever comes to his fucking mind.
Yeah.
And that's
I mean,
scary.
that's how I've been with the whole Contra series, and people are getting mad at me because I called the wrong thing, but like, that's what I'm calling it, okay? That's what it is to me, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
A kitchen sink to you is not a kitchen sink to me, okay?
See? All right. Before we wrap things up, I gotta go grab something off the wall. We're gonna go through our yearly goals and see where we landed and how good we are at setting our own goals, because I have a feeling we're pretty shitty at it. So anyway, I'll be right back. So you guys may or may not know from last year, we hang something like this up at the entryway of our game room. We set our goals for 2020. Here they are. I'm gonna go through them. So our channel goal for subscribers, we wanted to hit 5,000 subs. We finished last year, I think, at roughly
Just under 2,000.
yeah, so for us, it was like, man, that's double. I don't know if we can get there. As of the filming of this episode, we are north of 6,200 subscribers.
Which, oh my god, it's so weird looking back, because I feel like
Check.
when we set that,
Yeah.
we were stretching.
Yeah, for sure. Blows my mind. There's a lot of, I don't know what you want to say, but things along the way this year that really helped us out.
A lot of shout outs.
Yeah, so I got to give a major thanks to Pixel Game Squad and John Riggs. Putting us on their channel or talking about us on their channel, having us on their channel, whatever it was.
It's helped so much.
It
and
has.
More than you, because it's so easy for you to be like, hey guys, check out this channel. But like, it means so much to us. So thank you guys so freaking much.
Yeah, so there we go. To hit 200,000 views. And as of the filming of this episode, we are at 400,000 views as a channel. So our goal was 200,000, 400,000. Double.
That's so crazy,
I have a
man.
trend here of, are we from Ireland? Because we'd be doubling in size.
I'm so mad that he was the one able to say that, because it's so funny.
All right. Click-through rate. We wanted to achieve a 4.5 click-through rate.
This one we didn't. We did hit at one point.
Yeah, so we've ebbed and flowed. I think this month that we're in, we're at like a 4.3. We've been as high as a 5.8.
Which was insane.
It's been all over the board. So I'm going to say that's a push. We've been there, done that, then been there and not done that.
That's a hard number to keep, because it fluctuates, per upload.
Average views per upload, we wanted to do 350 average views. So this is really hard to pull exact analytics on this. But I feel like at this point, I gotta say our average views per upload is north of 1,000.
Yeah, it's north of 1,000, which is insane, because looking back a year ago, freaking 350 views was like the new normal. Now, like, if a video that we put out doesn't hit 1,000, it's like, that video sucks.
Yeah, so
Which is still, like, that's so weird saying, because like, we're still getting a lot of views.
Yeah, and a lot of these things, guys, up to this point, it's like, thank you so much.
Yes,
like,
because we couldn't do this without you guys, man.
It's just the support is surreal to us. Obviously, it's greater than what we could even have forecasted to push ourselves in 2020. We wanted to publish a Contra 3 playthrough.
Oh,
hey!
No death run, baby.
Got it done. Published 2 Mario series videos. I think we missed this.
I think we only did one. I think we just did Mario 64, which that was a war of attrition, man. 100%ing Mario 64.
Yeah.
That sucked.
Didn't
but
hit
also, it was kind of fun, I'll admit.
So, our social pipelines. We wanted to do 4 retro to recovery events.
See, this sucks because we did 0 because of COVID.
Yeah. That
we
sucks
couldn't
a lot.
control that. Yeah, we really, that really sucks because that's really important to us. And we used to do a ton of those back in 2019, like once a month.
I think we got to backpedal a little bit. If you haven't heard of Retro to Recovery, it's something we do. We partner with a local charity, and we do these retro events where we get pizza, root beer, and we play retro video games with young individuals who have cancer. And we just try having like a party.
Yeah. And
that's what it's all about.
It's just trying to distract them, trying to make them have fun for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And it's such a cool thing, man. I love it. I love that we started that.
Next in line was raise $1,000 for the Children's Cancer Connection.
And I love how in parentheses it says 24-hour stream ?
Yes.
Because we did do a 24-hour stream.
Yeah.
And oh my god, dude. So we wanted to raise $1,000 because last 2019 we raised $600.
Yep.
Guys, thank you so freaking much. I know we've said it a million times, but we donated $3,000. So not only double, we tripled that goal. I don't believe it, man. That's insane.
It blows my mind. I gotta think that live stream, it's got to be one of the best channel moments of first off, just being able to stay up for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And we worked that day. It was insane.
It was nuts.
You guys got us through it. You guys put forth the money.
And it didn't even feel like 24 hours.
And a lot of you donated through Super Chat, which takes like a 30% kicker.
Which
so what
sucks.
we did with our own funds is we buffed that out and covered that 30% with our own contribution. So we were able to hit that $3,000 mark,
which is it just feels so awesome, because especially in a year like this where the Children's Cancer Connection can't do as many events to raise money. So thank you guys so much. It means so much to me and to us, like that. It just
surreal.
It's so surreal, man.
Wanted to do 2 public events and attend 3 gaming conventions.
So both of those.
I mean, I think we made the most, though, and did the best we could, because we went up and visited Captain Algebra.
That was pre-COVID.
So we got to spend some quality time with Captain, which was awesome. Got to meet the family, hang out. We had an amazing weekend. We went to go see Megadan 29 again. Awesome people.
We met Richard W. that weekend.
Awesome family. Epic kids. Like, we had so much fun. We played through a full freaking season of NHL Hits.
Yes, dude. We got the freaking Stanley Cup.
Yeah, it was amazing. And then we went down and hung out with Do You Nerd, which was also a bucket list item for us. So we tried taking this stupid situation we have in 2020, and since we couldn't cast a wide net and go to conventions and meet a ton of people, we're like, you know what? Let's go spend quality time with individual people.
With some of our best friends.
Yeah.
And it was so awesome that we were able to still do that. Obviously, we were safe and we wore masks and blah, 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 blah. That's all we could do, because we can't attend gaming conventions because there was none. We couldn't do public events because there was none, Ah, dude, that's surreal, man.
It's almost time to make the one for 2021.
Yeah, and I love, in case you guys don't know, we stack the pages on top. So all 2018, 2019 are just behind that.
So I will get the next one up before the next time you come over to film.
Oh, yes. I'm so excited.
Got to set some goals. So,
what a year, man. 2020.
Crazy. We faced in this year, just kind of wrapping things up here, we faced some controversy that we've never seen before as a channel.
Yep, a lot of controversy, a lot of bull crap.
Yeah, things we're not going to cover on the channel, but what I will say is I'm proud
of how we handled it.
Yeah, we had a lot of just bullshit, false narratives shaped, people creating fake Instagram accounts, posting pictures of us, people making nudes of us, people just being evil. People being evil. And we never took our eyes off the prize, and we never stooped to that level, and we just kept on keeping on. And I'm just proud, because it's when you have a 2-band channel, either one of us could go in the drain on those type of things.
And fall quick.
Yeah.
And it is tough, because sometimes when I see stuff like that, I am kind of like, ooh, that does kind of hurt. But then, like, when we start talking about it, you know, like, it pulls me out of it, and it's like, dude, you don't fucking know who that guy is. Why are you letting it affect you? And I just feel like it's kind of just the tip of the iceberg for doing YouTube, because it's social media, and everyone's hidden, everyone's anonymous.
Well,
so
you gotta think that 99% of all of our interactions on this platform have been positive.
They've been fantastic.
It's the vocal minority that spews just hot garbage, and they're just looking for you to misspeak, step on your dick, you know, have a few too many beers during a live stream, and put quarters in, and then take a snippet of something with no context and be able to post it and say you're a fucking asshole. Well, no, guess what? You're a fucking asshole, because that was out of context, and you can suck it, bro. So anyways, hopefully whoever I'm talking about can see this.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But anyways, we were able to navigate those waters and not get super negative. We did add Boner Dog of the Month.
That was a fun category.
That's our one outlet that we have on the channel in our monthly recap.
That's the only negative time we get. And also, usually when we talk about Boner Dog Monk, it's funny and it's not super negative.
Yeah.
We usually make it into a good time.
Yeah, so we try having fun with it, and we don't ever call anybody out by name, because we don't want to send any hate anybody's way.
No, and we don't want to, like, that's not what this channel's about, man. This channel's about having fun, being stupid, making stupid jokes, drinking really good beer, and just, like, having fun. It's just having fun and fart jokes.
Yeah,
you know?
shit in your pants. That's what it's all about. Just freaking getting jerked off by Cousin Keith in the outhouse. And
shit in your pants.
Then shit in your pants.
That's gaming off the grid.
That's what you got to do. Since I have been 20, I have full-blown shit my pants 3 times. 100% just freaking blown out my O-ring. But I didn't do it in 2020. So we're moving forward to a better Wes, a better GOTG. I don't even know where to go from there.
That's where we ended.
That's where you just put the fucking cork in it, and you say that's the end of 2020.
I mean, that's how bears hibernate, I think.
Yeah. I think they eat a lot of twigs and berries.
And that clogs it.
Yeah, it clogs their buttholes.
Maybe that's what you need to start eating.
Yeah, I think I do.
Well,
anyways, twigs and berries. We'll see you guys next time, and in 2021, right here on Gaming Off the Grid.
What a this ending.
Oh, dude, it was awesome. Just kind of, you know... And ring that bell icon so you never miss one of our bi-weekly uploads. And sit back, relax, pour yourself a beer if you care to, and let's... Damn it. And let's freak out. Year-end review. What are we drinking today?
Today we're drinking Darkness by Surly.
By Syrup.
Oh, Jesus. The whole room's falling apart.
The whole room's Dolly Parton.
Oh, he's farting like I forgot when we came up with it. That was so funny.
Oh, dude, it was
that on a live
Yeah,
stream?
it was just out of the fucking blue, too. I remember it got you weak. You were fucking out of commission for a minute.
It's so funny.
Well, it's just funny to think that, like, you know, somebody behind the scenes, like, be like, yeah, I mean, Dolly, she's hard
cool.
worker.
She's cool and all, but
Man, she fucking rips ass all the time. We got a sandbag backstage. Heck. How good.
boy. Alright, let's get dark.
Time to get fucking dark, yeah. The nose is kind of...
It's kind of disappointing, to be honest. Whoa, that beer made you laugh?
No, hold on. Dude.
One glance and she'll turn you to stone, leaving your darkness vertical in the hands of Keith.
Is your darkness your penis?
Well, yeah, we'll see. But this is my favorite part of this.